Hi students, today we are going to study about electricity and circuits. So electricity means it's a form of energy. We use electricity for many purposes to make our task easier. For example, we use electricity to operate pumps that water from the wells or from ground level to the rooftop tank. What are the other purposes for which we use electricity? Electricity makes it possible to light our homes, roads, offices, markets, and factories even after sunset. This helps us to continue working at night. A power station provides us with electricity. However, the supply of electricity may fail or it may not be available at some places. In such situations, a torch is sometimes used for the providing light. So now you see the uses of electricity. It is used to operate different devices in our homes. Example, mixer, air cooler, AC, television, refrigerator, washing machine, electric iron, etc. Electricity to the bulb in a torch is provided by the electric cell. So what is meant by electric cell? The electric cell is a very convenient source of electric current. The dry cell is, as its name suggests, contains dry or semi-solid ingredients. It is used in alarm clocks, wristwatches, transistor radios, cameras, and many other devices. Have you ever carefully looked at an electric cell? You might have noticed that it has a small metal cap on one side and a metal disc on the other side. So this metal cap on the top of an electric cell, which is the positive terminal, on the bottom of the cell there is a metal disc which is the negative terminal of the cell. It produces electricity from the chemicals stored inside it. When the chemicals in the electric cell are used up, the electric cell stops producing electricity. The electric cell then has to be replaced with the new one. They are used in various devices. So here we can say a torch bulb. The torch is also used by putting the cells, dry cells. So now in the torch you know that bulb is there. Take a torch and look inside its bulb. You can also take out the bulb with the help of your parents. What do you find? So before that, there are different types of cells are used. Some cells can be used only once and have to be thrown away once they have been used up. There are cells that can be recharged once they are drained. These cells are called secondary cells. So there are different types of cells. Once it is used, we can throw away one type of cells and another one we can recharge. They are used in the mobile phones, laptops and car batteries. Nowadays, solar cells are also being used in many applications. So many calculators are powered with solar cells. So let's talk about the electric bulb. A torch bulb comprises of a glass sphere. A metal cap is fixed at the open end. A thin wire fixed in the middle of the glass bulb. This thin wire is called the filament of the bulb. The filament is fixed to two thicker wires which also provide support to it. One of these thick wires is connected to the metal case at the base of the bulb. The other thick wire is connected to the metal tip at the center of the base. The base of the bulb and the metal tip of the base are the two terminals of the bulb. These two terminals are fixed in such a way that they do not touch each other. When circuit completes, the filament gives light and the bulb glows. So now you know about the cell and the bulb. So let's see how a simple circuit use an electric cell and the bulb is used. So in this picture you can see the cell, wire, bulb. Here we are going to connect all these with the help of this positive and the negative terminal. This arrangement, the electric circuit provides a complete path between the two terminals of the electric cell. The bulb glows only when the current flows through the circuit. In an electric circuit, the direction of the current is taken to be from the positive to the negative terminal of the electric cell. When the terminals of the bulb are connected with that of the electric cell by wires, the current passes through the filament of the bulb. This makes the bulb glow. Sometimes an electric bulb does not glow, even if it is connected to the cell. This may happen if the bulb has fused. So, an electric bulb may fuse due to many reasons. One reason for the bulb to fuse is break in its filament. A break in the filament of an electric bulb means a break in the path of the current between the terminals of the electric cell. Therefore, a fused bulb does not light up as no current passes through the filament. So now here this is the complete electric circuit. So what is meant by electric circuit? Electric circuit means a complete path through which the electricity passes. The next one we'll see the electric switch. The electric switch is a device which is used to start or stop the flow of electric current in the circuit. When the switch is brought to on position, the circuit gets completed and the electric current starts flowing in it. Whereas when the switch is brought to off position, the circuit breaks and the flow of electricity through the circuit stops. Hence, a switch switches on and off the electric devices connected to it. Now, let's see. Here, this is the open switch. Here, the closed switch. So, when it is closed, the circuit is completed and the bulb glows. So, let's see how to make a switch. A complete electric circuit with the switch is shown in the figure. The circuit comprises of an electric cell, 3 electric wires and a bulb. When the circuit is complete, electric current flows through it and hence the bulb glows. To construct this type of circuit, we need to connect one end of the wire to the positive terminal of the cell and the other end of the same wire to the bulb. The other terminal of the bulb is connected to the terminal of A of the switch. Terminal B of the switch is connected to negative terminal of the cell. When the safety pin touches B, here the safety pin is acting as a switch. When the safety pin touches B, the circuit becomes closed and the bulb starts glowing. So now let's see, when we are making a circuit, some things are used. So here some things when we are using as a switch, the electricity passes. but through some objects the electricity does not pass. So we can see which are the things are used as conductors and which are the things are used as insulators. So we have to take some conductors and insulators and prepare an electric circuit. So when the rubber is used in between, it does not pass electricity, so it is called the insulator. When wooden strip is used, again it does not pass, so the bulb does not glow, so it is an insulator. When pencil is used, but if the pencils, the graphite inside the graphite is there, that is used means it will pass. But only the pencil means the wood, so it does not pass the electricity. Now key is a metal, so it is a conductor. Pen refill, it is an insulator. Matchstick, insulator. Safety pin, conductor. Plastic spoon, insulator. Aluminum wire, conductor. And ebonite rod is an insulator. So through that we can come to know that the materials that allow electric current to pass through them are called conductors of the electricity. Now the materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. Now let's see, we have studied about the cell and about the switch and the bulb. So here let's see how the electric switch it works. If you look inside a torch, you will see 2 or 3 cells placed in such a way that the positive end of one touches the negative end of the other cell. These cells are connected through a switch to a small bulb. There is a spring at the base of the torch and the negative terminal of the cell presses against it. There is a metal tip at the base of the bulb and the positive terminal of the cell presses against it. When the switch is pushed to the on position, the circuit gets completed and the bulb starts glowing. When the switch is pushed to the off position, the circuit breaks and flow of current stops and the torch goes off. So this is the way the torch works. So inside we put the 2 or more cells, that is called the battery. Here if you see this picture, the bulb does not glow. Why? Because here the wires are connected with the help of the tester which is made up of plastic or wood. So if plastic or wood is used, it is not glowing because they are the insulators, due to which the circuit becomes incomplete. Since the circuit is incomplete, the bulb would not glow. Now here in this picture you can see one end of the wire is not connected with the cell. So both the wires are free ends. The 2 wires should be joined to make the bulb glow. So how will we connect? In the given figure, the terminals of the cell and the bulb are not connected to each other. So the 2 wires coming out of the switchboard are not connected anywhere. If we join one wire coming out of the switchboard to the terminal bulb and the other wire with the negative terminal of the battery, then the circuit will be completed and the bulb will glow. So here, would the bulb glow in this circuit? Here the bulb would not glow because both the wires are connected to the same terminal of the bulb instead of connecting to 2 different terminals. So the current will not flow through the bulb and it would not glow. So children, we have learnt what is meant by electric cell. Electric cell is a device which has the chemicals and then those chemicals are used. and electric bulb is there, and then the conductors and insulators, and the circuit we have studied. The path along which the electric current flows is called an electric circuit. And then we have studied electrical conductors and insulators. And what is meant by a switch? Switch is a device which is used to open or close the circuit. So you can read the textbook and find out the answers. Thank you.